So I feel like Impact Wrestling is the company that everybody wants to be in. I know it's not as big as other companies, but I feel like, wherever I go to the UK all the time, and people ask me all the time, what is it like working there? How is the locker room? And everybody just wants to be there.
So Impact Wrestling will be in Dallas on August 26th and 27th for Lone Star Stampede. So what can Impact fans expect from these two shows?
Gosh, so we have action packs all the time at Impact Wrestling,
Yeah.
But what I can say right now, though, is there's Diana versus Masha already. I think that's announced already. They're both great competitors. I've been in the ring with them, and you know what? They're just so incredible. This is going to be hard hitting. And I can't wait to see it myself. We also have the Good Brothers versus the Motor City Machine Guns. So that's going to be incredible. I love both of them. I can't even decide, which team I'd be rooting for.
Yeah.
But that will be incredible. And we also have the Good Brothers versus Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. You know what, Team Impact. So I'm gonna have to say Good Brothers on this one. And we also have Mickie James coming to the show.
Yes.
Yeah, a huge announcement as well. I don't know what that is, but I think maybe, she wants to tag with me. I don't know. Maybe she wants to be my partner. We can be a quintessential country. So.
Yeah, I would love you and Mickie James to tag team together. That would be very compelling, very interesting.
Yes, I would think so. We posted some videos. We have that chemistry.
Yeah.
I feel like she's a great friend of mine, and why not?
Yeah, obviously Mickie is an Impact legend that's been around the business for so long. And you made your Impact debut earlier this year. Now, you made an appearance in Impact a few years back, but you recently signed with Impact after spending time in other promotions. So how has your experience in Impact been so far?
It has been so incredible. For me, it's really cool because in 2018, Impact Wrestling was the first company that gave me an opportunity. So, unfortunately at that time, there was no opportunities for me to be a full-time knockout. So, which I think was all good. That was my journey. And I feel like it was also great for me as a performer and, for my personal life to, go to the UK, travel there, grow as a person and as a performer, and then come back to North America and sign with a company that, gave me opportunities. So I think that's, I believe in manifestations, I believe in the full circle, and I think it's just been incredible. Everyone's so supportive in Impact Wrestling, whether it be the Knockouts division or the men's division. We're like a little family there, and everyone just supports everyone, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Of course. And you talked about how you would love to team with Mickie James, but who was the one knockout or a couple of knockouts that you haven't faced yet, but you would like to square off in the ring?
Right now, I would definitely have to say Jordynne Grace. She is so talented. She's an amazing wrestler. She's very decorated, and I feel like if you want people to remember who you are, you have to tackle someone who is, bigger than you, who is more stronger, powerful, whatever than you, and to make a name for yourself. And I think right now she is, she's the current reigning Knockouts World Champion. So I would love to test myself if I can keep up. And I know for a fact that the quintessential diva Gisele Shaw can keep up.
Absolutely. That would be a very great match. And you previously mentioned that you were travel all around the world and competed in various promotions. I understand back in 2019, you had a tryout with WWE, right?
Yes, I think that was in the UK, and it was the first ever all tryout. Yes.
How was that experience like, and what did you take away from that tryout?
You know what? It was pretty cool that I've never done the whole all women's tryout, because my first tryout with them was it was mixed, men and women. And so it was really nice. I also knew the women that were there who were trying out with me. So I think that it was, to have the camaraderie already before coming to the tryouts. And, to experience that, I feel like it just made us grow our bond closer. And my takeaway from that was, it was a great experience. And it definitely tested me on, being ring shape, being not only just a character, but also, or rather not just be a wrestler, but also, if you want to be on TV, there's so many things to look into, not just the wrestling, but also the performance side, the character side. And I think that was my biggest takeaway from there.
Absolutely. And when it comes to you and Impact, what ultimately made you want to come back to the company that gave you an opportunity in the first place?
So I feel like Impact Wrestling is the company that everybody wants to be in. I know it's not as big as other companies, but I feel like, wherever I go to the UK all the time, and people ask me all the time, what is it like working there? How is the locker room? And everybody just wants to be there. And I do believe that we are putting the best product out there right now. So it's the place to be. And, if you're going to sign somewhere, like, it's just a no-brainer to do it somewhere where, everybody wants to be in.
Of course, absolutely right about that. And one of the other things you got to do in June, you made the announcement and came out as transgender. You've gotten a lot of positive feedback. I saw that. But what ultimately made you want to make that announcement at that time?
So I never had any plans actually to ever, come out. I just wanted to live my life and just be under the radar. And it was actually when I came here, WrestleMania week in Dallas, there was an event called WrestleMania. And, it's where we auction off, dresses that meant something to us or had significant value, personally. And, I attended it. We told stories that were personal to us, our struggles, adversities in life. And a fan who happened to be a trans woman came up to me after. And she just wanted to share her story with me. And at the time, I wasn't out. So I felt uncomfortable with it. I didn't want to deal with it. And I just, I was like, oh my God, like, I don't, I didn't know how to react to it. And I went home thinking, I just felt so crappy about it, about the whole experience, about the whole interaction, because I grew up watching the Knockouts, the Divas, and these incredible women inspired me, to follow whatever it is I'm doing in life, and I had that same opportunity to inspire and to educate people. And I brushed her off, so it just made me feel so crappy with myself that, I said, enough is enough. Take my power back. I know, like words won't hurt me anymore. I will, I'm going to live my life authentically. And then that's when I asked Impact Wrestling, hey, if you're able to help me with this, that would be amazing. I would just love to be able to use my platform with Impact, for the positivity, for good, to inspire people, to educate and raise awareness. So, it just felt like the right time. No one can ever tell me, or I can't tell anyone, to whenever they're ready. So, I think that was one of the, one of the instances that really made me decide to come out, and hopefully that can inspire the next generation.
Absolutely. And I saw that Impact. I read that statement from the Impact showing their support. You got to support all our social media. And one of the people that I noticed showed you support is Lance Storm, who I think trained you, if I'm not mistaken. So, Lance Storm obviously had a lot of success in WWE and in WCW. So how much of an impact has Lance Storm made for you in the ring and outside the ring?
So I love Lance. I feel like he gave me such a great foundation to be the wrestler that I am today. And for that, I'm forever thankful. But also, I just respect him so much because I always will remember going into the first day of class. And he sat down everyone knowing that I was the only female talent in that class and had a discussion with everyone that if anyone was to disrespect me and not give me the respect that they would give, the men respect, that there would be a problem and, that they would have a chat. And I feel like having that standard, to set the um, precedence with the class, I think that was so important. And, like I think that makes him such an incredible trainer, and a good person too, right? Um, and now that he works at Impact Wrestling as well, it's so cool with a full circle thing to, have my coach, my trainer, um, be there since day one and now to work with him. Like it's such a privilege.
Absolutely. That has to be very rewarding for you and Lance. And so the last question for me before I let you go is you obviously are having a lot of success at Impact, really enjoying your time at Impact. So what goals do you have moving forward when it comes to your time at Impact Wrestling?
So I would love to be Knockouts World Tag Team Champion or the Knockouts World Champion one day, whether it be Mickey James or whether it be Mia Yim, the Empire, as my tag partner. I think that for me, it's so important that I do achieve those goals as a Filipina and trans woman as well. I think that representation is so important. And, for me, when I was growing up, I looked up to these incredible women and I loved them. However, I couldn't fully relate because of the lack of representation. And I feel like right now, I feel like I have the opportunity to be able to inspire, not only people in the LGBTQ community, but also just people in general. And, doesn't matter like what race or gender, you are, if you just put the work in and, you'll always be, you'll always outwork someone who has a lot more talent than you, but does not want to do the work.
Absolutely right about that. Well, Gisele, I'm looking forward to what you do in the rest of your career. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed talking to you. Have a lot of fun in Dallas and continued success to you.